Welcome to Comfort Havoc number 2. I am your host, Echo Fan Grey Wolf. Um, let's chit chat about my ethnicity and my acting plans. Alright? So, as you guys know, I'm 49 years old as of August 23rd. So, we're going to chit chat about my ethnic background and my acting plans. I'm not going to let my hair down because I need to shave my face so when I go to class tomorrow I'll be clean shaven, which I'm going to do after I make this video. Anyway, let's go. Alright, so as you all know, I'm part native, part black, and part white. We're going to talk about being part black and part white first, and then we're going to talk about being part native. So, we're also going to check my TikTok. So, uh-oh. I don't know what I just did there. I think I need to go and correct some shit. I clearly missed an alarm, and there's going to be a 6 o'clock alarm. I cannot find it. Alright, so I can't cut it off. That means it's gonna go in 2 minutes, and that'll be that. And my brother Black Rob, shout out to Black Rob, who just sent me something on TikTok. I will watch that later. Anyway, let me click back in here. Let's see if my friend is on. And no, she is not. Alright, let's go. So as a person growing up mixed, y'all know my story by now. I've given you lots of war stories. And we're going to state a fact of obvious. I am never going to be white. I have white family members in Richmond. Shout out to them. They are family by marriage, not by blood, but they are still family, and I love them with all my soul. Alright? Shout out to Jen and her little children. Shout out to Casey and her life and her pets. I think she may have a child, but I'm not going to swear to it because I haven't had a lot of contact with them since my father died. I have been pushing forward with school and other shit. And shout out to my stepsister Jennifer. Much love, dear. Yeah, now that's out the way. I don't want anybody that's in my family white thinking I'm about to come down on white people. No, I'm not coming down on white people. I just know that I am never going to be white. Regardless of blood, quantum, and all that shit, I am never going to be white. I just wanted to get that out the way. I can play a person who is light-skinned, and you'd have to, like, Eddie Murphy the shit out of me for actually to play a white person. I don't have a problem with that. I just don't want to offend white people. If Eddie Murphy can get away with it, I can get away with it too. However, I don't know if I'm as good enough actor as Eddie Murphy, but I'm more than willing to try. That was my alarm. I stopped it just in time. Now, as far as black goes, I can play black, but I'm not fucking with my hair. Don't touch my hair. That's not ever being cut. That is against all social norms, but I don't care. This thing is growing, and it stay growing, and I'm growing it until I die. It is not negotiable for anybody watching and want me to be an actor because of the 3 times that I went to a casting call and shaved my head bald. Because I went there and they told me if I cut my hair, I could get a role. And I wanted to be an actor so bad, and I wanted to be black so bad, that I shaved my head. And now in the army, I didn't have a choice. Kind of find out now, natives aren't going to have to shave their hair anymore. And I'm not full native, but I will damn sure use my native card from now on. But when I actually get one. Anyway, so every casting call that I've gone on, with the exception of one, I have had some issues. But I've never been picked. Like, literally never been picked. Never been picked. Looked over, looked past, looked beside, get the guy beside him, get the guy beside him. But never looked dead at me and said, we want you. Alright? If that was the case, I would be working now. But that was never the case. It's always been the guy beside me, the guy in front of me, the hot chick, the guy beside me, the guy beside her, the hot chick. Just look right on past me. I'm 5'3". I'm fairly cut for my size. But, yeah, well, nope, fuck him. Nope. Nah. Now, the one time that someone recognized me as a native, I should have took the hint. And that's when Evan Almighty was filmed in Crozet here in Virginia. My dumb ass, trying to be black, trying to embrace my blackness. Yeah, that didn't work out. So, now, James Williams Sr., no longer exists. That's the check you're going to sign, but Echo Fan Grey Wolf is who I am. It's probably who I've always been. Just rough around the edges. And now I'm a jagged edge. So, now let's talk about that. I've been on my reconnecting journey for about maybe, let's see, my dad died 8 years ago. So I'm going to say, to be honest, roughly 5 years ago. Had to be about 5. Maybe less. Between 4 and 5 years ago. Because I thought I had skin cancer and they scooped a mole from close to my nether regions. Not my testicles, but just above the penis. That little area of your body. Because that's not exposed to sun. I don't lay around in the sun. So I was like, yo, there's a high probability that this might be cancerous. So, I made an appointment. McGuire scooped it out. Got back with me that day. Like hours later, they called me. I had like 3 or 4 appointments that day. So after all that shit, I had another appointment while I was there. So I left the scooping lady. I dealt with Vogue Rehab. And then I came back to the other appointment because everything was arranged. The scooping lady was at 9 something. Then I walked over to Vogue Rehab. I had an appointment with them for like 2 hours. And then I came back to my final appointment. So they were in great standings. I'm not going to answer that because I said spam, still suspected. So anyway, after that, I went to sit down and wait. I'm drawing all these pictures. And so this black dude shows up. But he's not all black. He's also native. But he's darker than me. Like black dark. Not as dark as this, but he's black dark. And he's a vet. Hey son, are you Native American? And I said, well, I'm not full Native. I have some in me, but I'm not full. He's like, you sure about that? I said, hey, my birth certificate says black, dude. So he's like, yeah, but you look Native. I said, yeah, that's because I have a Native grandmother and great grandmother. I said, but as far as the government and them concerned, I'm black. So there's that. It's like, dude, you need to go get your goddamn Native card. You going to college? Say, yeah, I'm Vogue Rehab supposed to be paying for that. They didn't. Government Pell Grants have paid for that, thank God. And I got the blessing of not having to pay these damn things back. So, he's like, well, I tell you what, you could have gone to school for free if you, it's like 50% Native American. I said, dude, I'm not 50%. I was like, if anything, I might be 10%. He's like, I don't think so. You look like literally, you look like you're half Native. I was like, literally, I'm part Native, but I'm not half Native. So my dad was half Native. My mom might be half Native, but yeah, I'm what's left. It's like, okay, you trying to deny your heritage? No, I'm not trying to deny my heritage. I'm just telling you the truth. I don't know what my percentage is. It's like, well, off your face, you look like you like full Native. I was like, I wish, man. I'm not that blessed. Do you know what tribe you're from? I was like, we were told Cherokee. And I was like, but the problem is, and I told him this off the bat, I said, I'm not sure if we're Cherokee, but we were told Cherokee. And the unfortunate side effect of being a Native person, when you were mixed, you were always told you were Cherokee. Because Cherokee is the go-to race. Alright? Now, as of doing research of lately, my great-grandmother on my father's side came from Charles City. Chickahominy is there. And I do need to, damn it, I need to put that on my other computer and, go print that shit out. I should have did that today when I went to work. God damn it. Okay, well, that didn't happen, so I guess we'll do that on Friday so that I can send that to my Aunt Ruth. Anyway, so I did all that, and I got to talking, and we got to talking, and he was like, yo, you really got to reach out to the BIA. You got to do this and this, this, and this. Well, he gave me a really good impression of the BIA at first. Gave me the number and everything. I got to the BIA. The BIA was no help. The BIA, if anything, gave me more problems than solutions, alright? And I don't mean disrespect to the BIA itself, but some of the people working for BIA don't give a fuck if you're part Native, all Native, any Native. And I learned this shit the hard way, so, it's just part of the process, I guess. So what the BIA told me was, go get a DNA test. And then the BIA told me, even if you 50% Native, you didn't live on the reservation, you didn't have any connection to the tribe, you're not going to be registered as a Native unless a Native clan adopts you, even if you're not part of that tribe. And I was like, how the fuck do I do that? It's like, well, That's not our problem. That's your problem. So you have to reach out to other tribes. Like, dude, I'm still trying to figure out what the fuck part of Native I am. And it's like, well, what do you know? I said, what I know doesn't mean it's true. I said, because I had been told Cherokee on both sides. It's like that doesn't make it true, because when you look at the Trail of Tears, up until I actually looked at the documentary, I only knew that Cherokee came from North Carolina and South Carolina. But my great grandmother on my dad's side is from Virginia, all the way in Virginia at Charles City. Now, I did some research, and I didn't know that they took away Natives' heritage and started calling Native people mulatto. So that kind of fucked me up a little bit. That threw me off a bit. So I was like, okay, well. Then I got to look at it again, and I got to watch, and I found the documentary. Thank God for the documentary, because the documentary is proven that Cherokee were in Virginia. And in fact, Cherokee goes from Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia. I was like, oh, I didn't know they were that spread it out, which explains why everybody thinks they're part Cherokee. All right? So, I wrote a song called Cherokee Fire, praying now that I'm still Cherokee. But anyway, it's possible that I'm Cherokee on my mom's side and Chickahominy on my dad's side. So, we'll figure that shit out. But my dad's people are the ones that they were Cherokee, so I was like, okay, what the fuck are we? So, you see where we're at. Now that I've explained all that, after dealing with the BIA, and then they told me, now you're probably going to need a genealogy test. I'm like, what the fuck? It's like, because Ancestry has my DNA, but Ancestry had an issue trying to find Native American DNA. And then I didn't read the corner of the box. It says it's for entertainment purposes. So they don't really find your DNA. They find DNA that's close to where you came from. And DNA, they don't like match your DNA with like family members and shit. But unless other family members literally do the same thing, where they will find a genetic match. But they find matches of where your people possibly came from. Alright? So my DNA is all over Virginia, and all over Africa, and all over all of the whitest places in the world. So I'm like, okay, so what now? It literally said that I was like more white than anything. I was like, that doesn't make sense, because the white gene we know isn't that damn strong. And that's why I was questioning the DNA. So now I found this thing about genealogy, so now I gotta do that. So now y'all know where I'm at. This is another reason why I have to get my acting career off the ground, so I can have money to get all this shit answered and over with. I know that sounds horrible, but the truth be told, this reconnecting journey has been a bitch. I love it, but it's been a bitch. And I'm broke. It's kind of hard to do shit when you ain't got no money. But if I become a celebrity, oh yeah, we're gonna find this shit. We're gonna help you find this shit. Motherfuckers will jump all over through every hoop and every possibility that they can find to find who you came from. We know that, because rich people. Anyway, that being said, after doing all the talking with the guy and how he told me I needed to embrace my native heritage, because I've never not embraced it, it's just that there has been times where it has bitten me in the ass, specifically when I was like working at Kegler's, when the white man wouldn't stop calling me chief. I was like, dude, please stop calling me that. He would not stop calling me chief. To save his life, he would have called me chief until somebody gutted his ass. Anyway, so I know that we're native. I know. No one has to point that out. It's been pointed out to me one time too many. The first time it got pointed out to me, I was in the 5th grade. Now let me explain that. When you are a child, especially a mixed child, you don't see your parents' race. You see their skin tone. You see their face. You see their face in your face when you look in the mirror. But you don't see their fucking race. Because, it's your mom and dad. The fuck I need to see their race for? Anyhow, after the Evan Almighty, after the talk in the military, I had decided that James Williams Jr. for 21 fucking years, because I'm 49. I was 47, 48 at the time. James Williams Jr. was not working out. James Edward Williams Jr. was not working out, and no one was noticing. No one. I have a whole other channel called Kung Fu Havoc #1. That was up for 10 years. I lost control when whoever bought YouTube. I didn't have the same kind of mail, so I don't have that. So I have Kung Fu Havoc #2. As of recently, y'all know I almost lost this channel for some shit that happened back in 2019. which is like kind of odd that that would happen. But hey, I got it back, so I'm not gonna complain. Now, I had decided that I was going to embrace my native heritage full fledged because had I done that in the first place, I probably would be successful now instead of like ding, the Taco Bell thing rung off, and like, you idiot, you should have been going with a native name to begin with because you don't look black enough. You don't know how many times people have told me you don't look black enough. And that would have been great to know at the casting calls because then I could have just give a native name and go for it. Now, I'm using the native name Echo Fang Grey Wolf. It is here to stay. It is what I will be known by publicly and to the day I die. Now, it's up to you, 198 people, 199 people, to help make this dream come true. Because I know without you, I am nothing. And I want to thank you all, which will be my bonus video. I will thank you, all of you, when I'm done. That being said, I am Echo Fang Grey Wolf. This is Kung Fu Havoc number 2. Be seeing.